Hey guys. It is your girl, Dr. Yeti, Real Estate, and I am back with yet another video. Today I'm doing something different. I'm using StreamYard, so please bear with me. This is the first time I'm using it. I don't have a mic. I'm using my webcam, but I need to share my screen because I need to share this beautiful information. Secondly, let's get into this Mew. Let's get into this Mew. I went to Burlington Coat Factory. I went back home to Maryland to visit the family. And I'm like, listen, I need to feel comfortable in my home. And I said, I'm getting a Mew. It's giving rich auntie vibes. Okay. So hopefully the StreamYard stays smooth and fluid and I don't have to worry about glitching. I'm praying and hoping that it goes smoothly. But you guys, let's talk about what you actually clicked on this video for. Let's talk about it. Listen, I know you guys have been praying, hoping, wishing for God to come and send down a blessing upon you. But listen, let me tell you, He has sent your girl. And I'm not playing, I'm actually being very serious. Some of you might be experiencing potential of foreclosure. Some of you guys might be trying to figure out how you're going to get a foothold on all the bills that are coming your way, but you don't know how to. Listen, I've come to share some good news because there is free money just for you. There's free money. No one is talking about it. Matter of fact, this has been going on since 2022 and no one has been talking about it. But let's get into it. Today, in this video, we're going to talk about it's free money, meaning you don't have to pay it back. There's no interest. It's not a loan. Okay? It is free money. The government allocated over $9 billion, almost $10 billion, the federal government to every state to give to those people who are experiencing hardships and are having a hard time making payments on their mortgage, as well as utility bills and things of that sort, right? And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen, actually. I'm going to show you guys what I am speaking about. Alrighty, let's talk about it. The Homeowners Assistance Fund. I don't know why I keep wanting to say the Homeowners Assistance Fund or the Homeowners Association Fund, but it's not that. Well, it does sometimes. It can pay for your Homeowners Association fees, but this is not what that is. This is the Homeowner Assistance Fund. And I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about what it is. So the Homeowner Assistance Fund is a $9.961 billion federal program to help households who are behind on their mortgages and other housing related expenses such as utilities, property taxes, partial claims due to the impacts of COVID-19. And it has to be due to the pandemic. It can't be due to anything else but the pandemic, meaning, and I'm going to go over some of the requirements, but your hardship has to have begun after February 1st of 2020 to be eligible for this program. Okay, so this is not for just anybody who has been behind since 2019. No, you have to have been behind February 1st, 2020 and forward. Okay. So it has delivered $7.35 billion in assistance to nearly 550,000 struggling homeowners through the first half of 2024, which means, right, that's the first half. We're at the end of 2024. So I'm very curious to see what this number is. It's very close to this number, right? And it's set to be done in 2026. It doesn't say that on here, but on this other website here, let's see here. Here it says they've been accepting applications since 2022 and it is scheduled to end in 2026. So it's scheduled to be over in 2026, but most likely if the funding is done before 2026, then it's done. Okay, and you'll see why I say this in a moment. So if we go down here, we're looking at all the states that have an active program. So the states that are in this like I said, I'm using StreamYard, so it's going to be a little bit glitchy. I'm going to figure it out at some point. I'm going to probably, we'll see. Anyway, so these states are in teal. They are still active, so you can still apply. And this is the best state, Nevada. Nevada is envy. So Nevada, North Dakota, are the ones whose applications unfortunately have been closed. So if you're in California, the applications have been closed, unfortunately. States like Pennsylvania and Maine, these states, they are suspended or they're accepting waitlist applications. So they are not active and they're not ended. It's just that they are waiting. They're suspended. The program has been suspended for the meantime. Um, let's talk about the eligibility. Am I eligible to apply? Okay, so who is eligible to apply? You must have experienced financial hardship associated with the pandemic. It has to be associated with the pandemic. You can't just say that you are in debt or you need help and like literally when you apply, even if it is after February 1st, 2020, they will ask you, how is your hardship associated with the pandemic? They're going to ask you that, right? This must be your primary residence. It can be your rental property, your investment property, your restaurant business. It can't be that. It has to be the home that you reside in, okay, primarily. And then another thing is basically you must be lower than a set amount of income. So the median income in your area, or it has to be between 79,900 or $80,000 or less than 150% of the median income in your area. Okay, so basically if your median income in your area is $100,000, and this is just an arbitrary number, I'm just making it up. If your minimum income in your area is $100,000 and you're making $150,000, that's the cutoff. You can't make anything more than that. It has to be $150,000 or less than you make in order for you to qualify for this hardship, or $79,900, whichever is less. You have it's between that or 150,000, but that's what makes you eligible. Now, what expenses are eligible? They cover mortgage payments, including past due payments. Okay, so if you have mortgage and I'll go over Georgia's in a little bit, but I want to say it's Georgia that it has to be 3 delinquent payments or more. Okay, they cover property taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA fees, utilities such as electricity, gas, and energy. They cover internet service. Okay, so if you're behind on your internet, they also cover that, and certain home repairs. They cover those as well. How do you apply? You basically application processes may vary by location. You will need to verify that you meet the income requirements and may need to provide additional necessary documentation. You must confirm that you have experienced a financial hardship after January 21st, 2020. So it says January 21st, 2020 here, but here it says February 1st. Or maybe I'm thinking about Georgia's, because I know Georgia's is February 1st. So I guess it has to be February 1st. But anyway, in this case, it's January 21st and describes the nature of your hardship, such as job loss, reduction in income, or increased cost due to healthcare or the need to care for a family member. So every state has their own requirements So basically, the overall federal requirement is given here, but the state's requirements are a little bit more harsher than the federal requirements. Do 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 do. So then let's talk about Georgia. I'm going to go over Georgia specifically because that's the state that I reside in, and that is the state which my license is in. I'm licensed as a real estate agent in the state of Georgia. So boom. So Georgia, what they cover, the types of assistance they cover is mortgage reinstatement, and basically, remember I mentioned how much you must owe. You must owe three or more mortgage payments to be considered for reinstatement assistance before February 1st, or over $50,000 cannot be considered. So basically, you have to have hardship after February 1st, 2020, and make or owe less than $50,000 to be considered for this program in the state of Georgia. They cover principal curtailment. So they're going to give a one-time payment to the lender to for permanent loss of income. You must have permanent loss of income, mortgage offset, and lien extinguishment. Okay, it's one of either, I don't know if it's either one of these three or all of these three, but housing related expenses. So they cover delinquent association fees, delinquent non-escrowed property taxes, due or delinquent non-escrowed property insurance, and delinquent utility bills. Essentially, they cover all of those things. Okay, basic eligibility: the homeowner and the homeowner, the borrower, or the homeowner's spouse had a hardship caused by the pandemic that resulted in a significant loss. All applicants meet Georgia legal residency requirements. So you must meet, and I think I remember when I moved to Georgia, the legal residency requirement basically is that within 30 days you must get a Georgia state issued ID. And I think that's basically it. You must actually reside in the state of Georgia and have an ID. And I guess that's what. But look into it. I don't remember. Okay, listen. I'm giving you the basic information. You can do your digging to find out more about your state requirements. So the Georgia home is a primary resident of the applicant. The mortgage loan met conforming limits at the time of the loan's origination. Applicant's total household income meets area medium income. So AMI, which is what I talked about, it has to be less than 150%. 150%. It has your income. I'm sorry, must be less than 150% of your area's medium income, and or it says less if socially disadvantaged. 100% AMI or less for all other participants. Okay, so actually, with Georgia, it's a little bit more strict. It's 150% AMI is socially disadvantaged. So I don't know what socially disadvantaged is. I'm guessing if you're disabled or whatever the case is. And then 100% AMI for or less for all other applicants. So it basically, if your area median income is $100,000, you must make $100,000 or less. So and then additional underwriting criteria may apply. So basically, like I said, I went over the federal requirements, but then the state requirements are a little bit more strict. So this is their criteria for the state of Georgia. And then the application process is, I don't want to go over this entire thing, but basically it just says click apply, and you need to submit your documents, and you need to put in the reason why you have the hardship. They're going to send you a couple of emails. The assistance section, what this is telling you is click apply and follow the instructions, essentially. I know somebody that has done this program and was awarded tens of thousands of dollars to cover for almost a year's worth of mortgage delinquency, as well as 3 months in advance. So they don't have to pay essentially for a whole year of mortgage because of this program. So this is a blessing. And I'm sure this is going to be a blessing for somebody. Please, do not hesitate on applying for this because the money is running out, right? Because it says in the middle of the year, in middle of 2024, 7.35 billion has already been spent. We are already in December, so I wonder how much is left. Okay, this amount of states have already done. They've already done. Look at all the states that have already done it. 80% of the states are already closed in applications. So if you are in any of these states that are green, Colorado, Nevada, please don't hesitate to apply. Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, all of these states that are green, Colorado, Nevada, please don't hesitate to apply. It is literally running out. The funds are running out. Okay, the funds are running out, but it is so helpful. It's so helpful. There are people who have been helped by this, like literally it changed lives. Please do not hesitate to apply for this fund. I believe the reason why it's not really talked about much is because a lot of people can apply for it, and a lot of people are eligible for it, but they can't apply because they don't know about it. Okay, a lot of people are going to foreclosures unnecessarily. Okay, I know that a lot of these states they've closed because a lot of people applied and they got the grant. Okay, don't miss out. It's set to close in 2026, and it might even close before then because it's about, it's got to be less than $2 million left in this fund. So please don't hesitate to apply for it. And please, I want to know in the comments if you've applied for this. If you think this will be helpful for you, share this if you know somebody that this will be helpful for. Okay, I'm going to post a link in the description. Click on it, like go through it, see, like if you know anyone that lives in any of these states that may be experiencing any form of hardships, share this with them. Okay, I'm sure that they will benefit from this. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, um let me see. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, you watching this far, and I really hope that this video blessed you. And if it did, let me know in the comments. I love you and have a blessed week. Bye.